Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we will look at this puzzle here. It's the first 5x5 ever made. We'll do a brief history and a buyer's guide. The first mass-produced 5x5 mechanism was the one patented by Udo Corral on the 15th of July of 1986, but invented in 1982. There does exist an earlier version of this puzzle made from solid brass, made in 1981 by hand by Jürgen Hoffmann, but he did not patent his puzzle, thus allowing Udo to be the father of the first 5x5. And this is the first puzzle I have here in my hand. The brass version was also mentioned in many books, including Christopher Bendelu's. When we look at the patents to see how Udo's mechanism works, you can see it's based on an expanded 3x3, having fixed centers just like a 3x3. You can see that the corners are fixed, and then these centers, and then there's filler pieces in between. You can also see what other shapes they thought about making the puzzle, and you can see how the mechanisms and all the pieces interlock by looking at it. Now this was the only mechanism until in the 1990s Ishin patented his mechanism for 5x5s, and then those became the better puzzle to buy when solving. These puzzles don't have the greatest turning quality. I'll put it in the checker panel, checker pattern. You can see, oh, there goes the center cap. You can see these vintage puzzles aren't really meant for solving. Mostly just collector's items. Oh boy. You can see by just me putting into the checkers panel, you can see how roughly the puzzle turns. Although the original packaging makes you believe that this puzzle was made by Arxon, the German and European division of Ideal Toys, the people that got their fame from distributing the original 3x3 in North America. But all of the 5x5s were made by Uwe Meffert of Meffert's Toys. In 1905, Christopher Bendelu bought up the unsold German stocks of this puzzle and started to sell it out of his catalog. Then called the Giant Magic Cube 3x3 and the 5x5 Magic Cube. If you want more information about Christopher and what he has done for the puzzling community, in my last video where I speak about the Hungarian Supernova or the Megaminx, he is also the inventor of that. You can go there and see more information about him. This puzzle was sold in two main markets. The German one, where they called it the Rubiks Wahn, meaning illusion or disillusion, and in Japan they called it the Professor's Cube, which is its more popular name that it was later called. Now this one I have in my hand was a new old stock one that Christopher Bendelu bought. You can see the packaging it comes in is just a clear box, the same one the Supernova came in, and you can see it just has a plain instruction manual with some hints and a contact information about more puzzles that he sells. Now because all these puzzles were made by Mefferts in Hong Kong, he later re-released in the 1990s the same puzzle with the same mechanism, and he branded it as the Professor's Cube underneath the Mefferts puzzle names. We can still buy it to this day, as well as later on Rubiks made their own 5x5s again, and many more companies like Ishin and V-Cube have their own designs. Now it seems like everyone has a design, but this was at one point the only one you could get, and only at one point from Mefferts, the original makers of even this original one. They were never made by Ideal, just marketed. Now if you want an original one, you're going to have to search on forums or eBay. This is how I find almost all my vintage puzzles, and you just have to be very patient and search daily. They don't go up for too much. This is definitely on the more affordable side. Now this is a great puzzle, especially if you're going for all the originals from 2x2 to 5x5. This is definitely a must-have. Now as always, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the end of the video. Here's some recommended videos and a subscribe button.